the wine-dark sea, cradle of heroes, a hard mother to the Greeks who braved her fury for glory and for gold. No man knew her embrace better than Odysseus, king of Ithaca. Cunning as a fox, strong as a bull, he yearned for home, for the hearth-smoke of his island, the embrace of his wife, Penelope. But the gods were not done with him yet. Fate, like the sea itself, had its currents and its storms. 10 years the Trojan War had raged. 10 years Odysseus fought with cunning and with strength. Now the war won, the journey home should have been swift. But the gods, jealous of his fame, had other plans. Odysseus, ever the warrior, ever the king, would face trial after trial, proving his mettle against monsters and the wrath of the sea itself. Their voices, sweeter than honey, drifted across the water. A siren's song, beautiful, deadly. They promised knowledge, promised bliss to any man who heeded their call. Many a ship, lured by their music, had met its end on the rocks, the bones of sailors left to bleach beneath the pitiless sun. Odysseus, forewarned of the danger, knew he must resist, but the song, it tugged at his heart, whispered of rest, of forgetting the long years of war and wandering. He ordered his men to fill their ears with beeswax, to be deaf to the siren's call. But for himself, he demanded to hear, to know the siren's power, and to resist it. He stood bound to the mast of his ship, the sound of the waves almost drowned out by the siren's song. It wrapped around him, a living thing, promising him peace, promising him glory, promising him an end to his pain. His heart ached with longing. His men, deaf to the music, saw only their captain struggling against his bonds, his face contorted in agony. "Untie me," he roared, his voice a ragged whisper against the wind. "Turn the ship towards the rocks." His men, loyal even in their fear, held fast. They knew their captain's cunning. This was a test, a trial to be overcome. And Odysseus, his mind clear, even as the song filled him with despair, knew that he was winning. The ships sailed on, past the island of the sirens, their voices fading into the distance. Odysseus, released from his bonds, collapsed on the deck, the echo of the song still ringing in his ears. He had heard the siren's call and resisted. He had faced death and emerged victorious. His journey was far from over, but with each trial his legend grew. Odysseus, the man of twists and turns, would become a byword for cunning and resilience. His name, whispered on the lips of sailors and kings, a reminder that even the darkest night must give way to dawn, that even the wrath of the gods could be overcome with courage and a clever mind. He sailed on, towards home, towards Ithaca, a hero tempered in the fires of the sea.